What's up, guys? This is the Dark here. I got a gameplay here for you, and hopefully you guys like that intro that I just made there. It's something new that I've been doing. I've been really curious about what I can do in terms of mixing Photoshop, Sony Vegas, and Blender, which is a 3D editing software that's free. I'll put a link to it in the description below. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I do stuff like GFX and things like that, and I also make backgrounds for YouTube partners and things like that. So you can go check out Big Sky's channel. A link will be in the description below. Click on his channel because I made the background for his channel. It's pretty awesome. And I think I did a really good job on it. It took me a little bit, and I did a speed art for it, but I was going to give it to him, and I forgot to give it to him. So I think I got to give that to him so then he can upload it. But if not, it's no big deal. And sorry if there's long pauses when I talk sometimes. It's just that sometimes this consistent talking gets my mouth dry, and then I got to stop and pause and things like that. But let's talk about the gameplay here. This is me using the Ballista. It's the Ballista with, of course, a scope on there. And I'm going to get an Orbital VSAT and end up getting first place in this domination game. And I think, in terms for me, getting a gameplay for a sniper is you got to end up first place on the lobby leaderboard. You don't need to specifically have the highest kills or the highest KD or things like that, because snipers are a little bit different than red guns in terms for how they play and how much skill they take to use. And not saying that red guns don't take skill. I just think that it's harder to do better with a sniper rifle than it is to do better with an assault rifle or an SMG or an LMG. And shotguns are actually, technically, they're not a red gun. So then that makes them more of a strategy used weapon. So if you get something like a Swarm with a shotty, then that's something pretty cool, and that's definitely, it's kind of in the same field of snipers, in my opinion. It's like you just got to do the best you can with it and then hope you end up on top, and that's definitely what happened with me this game. So I hope you guys like the gameplay and things like that. But I'm going to be talking about the Call of Duties and all the Call of Duties from COD 4, which is Modern Warfare 1, leading to Black Ops 2, in terms of how hard sniping was and how much I enjoyed the sniping and things like that. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about setting your own standards for montages instead of letting people set your standards and having people criticize your videos and be like, hey, look, I don't think this is a good montage because it has quad feeds and things like that. It doesn't have quad feeds, but it has like triple feeds. The triple feeds are really clean, or it has split quad feeds or split 5-man feeds. And I really can't stand when people get really mad over split 5-man feeds or split quad feeds and then they don't use them because they're split. And I personally think that just because they're split doesn't make them a bad clip. It just means that, yeah, it may not look as clean on the bottom left, but as long as it looks clean for the sniper shots, then there shouldn't be really an issue with that. And if you do have an issue with that, then I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be watching montages and criticizing, because trust me, when you go to make one, yeah, you'll get those quad feeds, yeah, you'll get those 5-man feeds, but when it comes down to it, it's more about the editing and how clean it is, and how much I enjoy it is how much I enjoy is definitely like 70% of it is the editing. And even if it's the simplest edit ever, as long as there's like music with it and the guy kind of tries and makes like sound syncs a little bit, then it's definitely I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be good. But for right now, I'm gonna talk about how easy or how hard it is to snipe on certain Call of Duties, and I'll go in terms for hardest to easiest to snipe in Call of Duty. And I would say the hardest Call of Duty sniping would definitely be COD 4, which is Modern Warfare 1, just because on the basis was it didn't seem like you had a lot of aim assist. Of course you had a bit of aim assist, but it didn't seem like you had a lot of it, and then you also had lag issues because of hosts and things like that. And then you had to deal with, sometimes you had to slightly lead your shot in that game. Not sure why it is like that in that game, but I always felt like that, at least for me. And the sniper rifles weren't very easy to use, and your scope, when you scoped in, it wasn't, look at that wallbang headshot there, boom. But when you scoped in, it it wasn't fast, but it wasn't slow, so then you had to like time your shots in between and time the bolt action and things like that, which I still haven't gotten 100% down, because lately I've been getting really close to some quad feeds, but then for some reason the bolt doesn't cock as quick as I thought, and then if you overcap how quick you click the bolt, or you keep tapping the trigger then you're over tapping the bolt, which makes it actually cock. It doesn't allow you to shoot it as fast as you would want it to, but it's the end of the first round of domination, and I actually have a collateral coming off right for, I believe it's first blood for this next match, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But it's definitely, COD 4 is definitely the hardest in terms of sniping. Then I would go World at War, because it was pretty much the same game, just with different skins, different maps, and different creator and different kill streaks, just because the games are just so similar. It's just kind of like it's a revamp, or an old vamp if you would, just because it's I guess it's set in World War II, and look at that collateral. But stuff like that, and I just thought it was hard to snipe in that game, and on top of that you had to use the bolt actions and things like that before you could even get the scope for it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I was kind of hoping that they would do that in Black Ops 2 for the Ballista, to where it'd be this really, really good sniper rifle, but you'd have to earn the scope for it because it was so good, and things like that, and the scope would be like the last attachment or something, but it would definitely be like the best sniper. So what I think from there would definitely be, it would go Modern Warfare 1, Black Ops 2, no, I'm sorry, Modern Warfare 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, then Modern Warfare 2. And the reason why I'd say Modern Warfare 2 is because you could marathon snipe, so then you could do, it would be slow, it would be kind of like COD 4, just a smidge slower, and things like that, but it still took skill. And then you could also sleight of hand snipe, which took a little bit less skill, but you still had to drag on target and things like that, and it just felt smoother in terms of how the sniper rifle was used and things like that. And then definitely the easiest to snipe on would be Modern Warfare 3. That game, it was almost like you had aimbot. You didn't even have to try to hit them in order to hit them. Like I know I didn't snipe too much in that game, because that's when I was trying to get my sniper legs back and things like that, when I stopped doing commentaries with snipers and then started doing commentaries with red guns. But I've gone back to the sniping, and so that's definitely it. It goes COD 4, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, then it goes Modern Warfare 2, and then it goes, oh, I forgot Black Ops 1. Black Ops 1 is actually it's right after World at War, because the sniping in that game in terms of hitboxes was kind of sucky. And sorry, I forgot that one. But so it would be COD 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, then it would go Black Ops 2, then it goes Modern Warfare 2, then Modern Warfare 3, just because Modern Warfare 3 just seems so easy to me. But then now I'm going to talk about the standards thing in terms of people setting standards and things like that for montages. I think I might do an edit to where I have the whole bottom left corner boxed out and blurred, so you can, in general, it's like, oh yeah, I think he got a quad feed, but it's kind of blurred out, so you can't really see. So then you think more about the clips than the actual quad feed or the things like that, because I think people nowadays just think, oh yeah, it's not a clip if you don't have a quad feed. But in my opinion, it's way more entertaining to see a guy, like for example, if I turn the corner and there's 4 guys in 4 separate spots, and then I shoot one, go prone, kill one guy, stand up, move to the side so he can't shoot me, then kill the 2 other dudes with a collateral or something like that. That's way more entertaining to me than a guy getting a quad feed where he's just sitting prone and these guys just walk in and it's a hallway and he gets 1 kill, 2 kills, and then like a collateral or something like that, because they're pretty much just running into his bullets. it's just way more entertaining. I'd rather see a split quad feed or a split 5-man feed than a quad feed where a guy's just hosing down a hallway or something like that. It just seems better. It just seems like even though it's split, even though the clip isn't what the person specifically wants it to be, it's still so much smoother, so much better. The amount of skill it takes is so much higher. I think that's why I would prefer to watch that. I'd rather see games based off of skill than based off of you being host, or like you getting a really high score because you're using a glitch. Like I'd rather have somebody show a gameplay or something like that based on skill, or a montage based on skill, not based on what kind of KD you can pull, what kind of clips you can pull. And that's just my opinion. You guys tell me differently in the comment section below. And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, and I'm not complaining. I'm not saying that standards are set too high. I can hit the standards and things like that. It's just that I just feel like they just shouldn't be. Everybody should do what they want to do, and it should just turn out fine. So peace out, guys. See you guys later. Hope you guys like the new intro. See you later.